Hi everybody, it's Ryan from Retrosplat. Hope you're having a great week. Thank you for joining us. We are rounding the corner into summer, and everyone is feeling great. We're in the full swing of yard sale season and toy show season and flea market season and all the places that we love to go to find all of this vintage goodness. So this weekend we headed up to Jake's Flea Market, to the vintage toy show they had up there, and we picked up so much good stuff, but I wanted to point out three of my favorite finds to see what you think, and who knows, maybe they'll find their home here through this video. Also, just a reminder, we are buying. It is buying season for vintage toys. So we are out there. If you have something, if you have Star Wars or Ninja Turtles or He-Man or any of the modern replicas of those vintage pieces, basically anything 1975 to the early 2000s that is a branded toy, we are buying it. So reach out to us through our many channels, our Instagram, our Facebook, email, website, all of them, many ways to get in touch with us. If you got stuff on hand, let's get you paid and get it on to its next life. In the meantime, let's hop in and take a look at what we got. Okay, first up, if I were to go back and pick one Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toy to say like was my favorite when I was a kid, and I was a little old for Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles, though, were probably that final line I played with like late elementary school, like as toys, before I sort of transitioned into a collector in like middle school and onward. Ninja Turtles were like my last line of like beat 'em up, play with them toys. My very favorite one was Slash, and I found this beautiful one, fully complete, today at the toy show. He's really looking good. Slash is such a cool character. He's like he's like the Bizarro World Ninja Turtle. We'll get some good views here. He has like his own version of everyone's weapons. You've got this big chunky staff club. You've got this sword like Leonardo's, this gnarly barley nunchuck like Michelangelo's, and this sort of funky, twisted, very Playmates, very 90s sai like Raphael's. And he was sort of like designed to take down all the turtles. Now, he was released with the 1990 wave, which means he came out before the 1991 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze, which is like a campy fan favorite of everybody. So there's debate, right? Was Slash, which really came first, Tokka or Slash? Tokka, who was like the mutant turtle in the movie, and Slash, even though Slash beats him on the calendar year, surely that Tokka was in place before. I don't know, but I found him. I wanted to share him with you. Hope you really enjoy him. And on to the next one. Okay, next up, Kenner Mask. I love to feature Mask on this video. There was a Mask figure in our very first video we did. We've had a handful of them since. I found this one today from our friend Jason at the toy show. Jason always has great deals. He sets up at all the Central Pennsylvania stuff. Awesome dude, beard, glasses. I mean, like every toy dealer in Central Pennsylvania, I guess. But awesome guy, awesome stuff. And this is Firecracker. Hondo McLean is the pilot. It is Series 1. It is complete. It is clean. Everything is there. Firecracker is one of the hardest ones from Series 1 to come across because it has so many little pieces, right? It's got the obvious stuff like the blade spinner spare tire. It's got the dirt bike on the back. And here, we'll get it transformed. It's got the rear guns. It's got the front guns. It's got the grill guard. It's got the steering wheel. It's even got the floodlights, which are like always gone. Floodlights are never there. Even in my personal collection one, I had to hunt down the floodlights forever. And Hondo's there. This is the first version of Hondo. We saw him come back in Series 2. He was the driver of the Hurricane, which is that awesome battle-clad 57 Chevy. But this is the first time we saw him. This is the short mask version. It's a really cool piece. I hope it finds a great home. Okay, last thing to show you today. This falls into that category that we go through a lot on this series, which is it is not super valuable or super rare, but it is super desirable and such a cool piece. So, Star Trek: The Next Generation, right? That's my Star Trek. That's what I identify to, what I love, what I can recite by heart. This is from the Galoob line. We did a reel a couple of weeks ago highlighting all the figures out of our personal collection. The Galoob, which predates the Playmates line. Galoob Star Trek: The Next Generation, their 3-inch figure line. This is the die-cast Enterprise D, mint on card. The card has some wear, it's seen better days, but the Enterprise is in awesome shape. Everything's sealed tight, bubble is clean, it's a great piece. It's die-cast, it's very heavy. It has, you can see on the back, the artwork, it has the saucer separation capability. And with Picard, right, like, who knew, if you were watching Picard this season, how good it was going to be, right? Like, it's hard for me not to like anything Star Trek: The Next Generation, but Picard Season 3 really knocked it out of the park. Fanboy service all day long. End of episode 9. Spoiler alert. They hop back in the D, they go ripping out into space. I have probably rewatched that last 3 minutes of that episode 10 times. It was so well done. It's such a love letter to this Enterprise. Every Star Trek person will tell you about their Enterprise. The D is my Enterprise. So thank you for watching all of this and so much more. We'll be heading to our eBay store, which is store name RetroSplat1. Please follow us there and keep up with our great deals. We're always running little sales or sending out offers if people are watching a bunch of stuff. So engage with us on eBay. It is the spine of RetroSplat. Also, we have our 2 locations, our 2 booths at the Prussian Street Arcade, which if you've never been to Prussian Street Arcade, it's so cool here in central Pennsylvania. There are 2 locations, and everything about it is handmade, it's vintage, and it's curated. So you're going to find all kinds of cool, funky stuff you won't find anywhere else. And of course, you'll find RetroSplat there. We have our booth, our main booth, which is at the West Lancaster location, which is at 2200 Embassy Drive in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is right across the parking lot from the Aldi's. There's a Starbucks there, there's a Chipotle there. It's a great opportunity to just get some lunch and or get a coffee and go lose yourself into some vintage goodness. Also at the original Prussian Street location, which is at 49 North Main Street in Manheim, Pennsylvania, we have our booth there as well. They're both open 6 days a week. Lots of great opportunities. So come on by. We'd love to see you there. Keep up with us on all of our socials. Like, share, subscribe. Have an awesome week.